one vote. That's it, just one vote. Where is this one vote going to be? Well, it's going to be in the New York State Senate. And once that one vote is cast, the people of New York will enjoy marriage equality too. Now, why is this important? Why is that significant? I'll tell you in a bit. Welcome back to Rob's Feed Today. This is episode number 125. And I'm Rob Schendel. Like our new QR code there, take out your cell phone camera, freeze that frame, take out your cell phone camera, and scan that code there and see where it takes you. I'll tell you where it takes you. It takes you to our iTunes page. And once you're on the iTunes page, I hope you'll take advantage of it. When you're there, subscribe, rate it, and comment on this podcast. This is Pride Month, and Apple and iTunes is featuring gay, on the front page of iTunes, has a Pride section for gay issues and gay music and gay movies and whatever. Also gay podcasts. I'm sad to report, we're not there. We're not listed because we don't have enough feedback, enough comments, enough ratings. So please do that. So how did you spend your Monday? So you're like me, you've been waiting and listening and watching and looking for some signal from New York State that the Senate there has voted on the marriage equality bill. You see, it's really tight. And this means that Republicans are supporting this too. In fact, there's a number of Republicans who are supporting this too. They're turning the table. They're deciding what's fair is fair, and that civil rights are civil rights. And even some Republicans are doing it, but it's only down to one more vote, and the majority rules, and marriage equality becomes law, or will become the law that the governor, once the governor signs it, in a month. It'll be a month afterwards. That's pretty fast. But right now it's still being bogged down with religious objections. And now they're not going so far as to say it's bad and the Bible says this is an abomination. That's not what they're saying. What they're asking for is they want the religious organizations to not suffer from discrimination complaints. They want that written into the law that, like the Catholic Charities here in Illinois, can't get away with refusing to place children with gay adoptive parents. Well, they don't want to be charged with discrimination, so they just back out of the adoption business. And that's what they want to protect in New York State. So organizations like that could continue to discriminate against gay people, even though there's marriage equality in the state. That's kind of complicated, I know. But the big significant thing about this, not to mention that it's the most populous state that will allow for marriage equality. It would really be a boon to their own economy. But this will be the first time. Now it's like, what, is it 7 states, I think, that allow for it now? The first time that it will have passed through both houses of a legislature and signed by the governor, making it truly the will of the people. See, now all the other states that allow for same-sex marriage, they did it through a judicial mandate. This will be the first time. That's incredible progress. And this is so terribly exciting. But alas, wasn't today as we had hoped it would be. Maybe tomorrow. There's even a Republican senator who's taken to Twitter to poll people. Now, I don't know how he's going to know if you're his constituent or not, but he wants people to tweet him. Tell him. His name is Greg Ball, B-A-L-L, I guess. Tweet him and let him know what you think. Ridiculous. But maybe tomorrow. I'm very fortunate. I've got some of the greatest Facebook friends in the world, and they're all over the world. And you could be too. Just go to facebook.com and /my name and ask to be my friend. SROBSCHENDEL, by the way. And if I know that you're a podcast watcher, I'll accept your friendship request. Here's somebody that I'm really proud to have among my friends. You might remember Marsha Warfield. She was regular on the old CV sitcom Night Court. And on Night Court, Marsha played Roz, the bailiff, if you remember the character, because I really liked that character. And I really like being her friend because, in addition to her sending me birthday greetings on Facebook, we share interests in a lot of the stuff we post. She comments on mine, I comment on hers. We share them to other people. She sent a very significant one, at least in my opinion, it's very significant, regarding gay panic defense. Do you know what gay panic defense is? If you had been victimized, you might know that. Criminals will use that when they're on trial for assault or murder or something of a gay person. They'll say that the unwanted sexual advances were so much more than I could bear, that they lashed out against it and assaulted ended up being the assault or the murder. Well, in Michigan, the Circuit Court of Appeals there has decided that's bullshit. The appeals court has ruled that the gay panic defense, they're rejecting it. It's only one case, but the Michigan Court of Appeals has upheld the lower court's decision rejecting the use of the so-called gay panic defense. In this case, the defendant attacked and severely beat another man for what he testified was unwanted sexual advances. And that's good precedent. And it's positive. I'm glad to see that. And thank you, Marsha Warfield, for sharing it with us. A couple weeks back, I was so pleased to bring you a couple videos from two of the professional baseball teams in this country. On the West Coast, the San Francisco Giants, well, they were the first. On the East Coast, the Boston Red Sox. And I told you that soon after, my team here in Chicago, they only play a few blocks away from me, that way, that they will be doing their own It Gets Better video. And it came out today. It's really good. I'm really pleased about it. Of particular note here is that Laura Ricketts, the team is owned by the Ricketts family, and Laura is a member of our community, and she appears in this video as well. So I'm going to show it to you. I'm so proud to show it to you. That's why I'm wearing my Cubs cap. And, well, I'm going to show it to you, but that's all I'm going to say.
We all know how hard it is to grow up, dealing with the constant peer pressure and the desire to be accepted.
There's no reason to tolerate bullying toward anyone.
Hatred, bigotry, and intolerance have no place in this world.
Every person has the right to live safely and feel secure.
It is not okay for anyone to feel uncomfortable or unsafe.
Something LGBT kids and teens experience all too often.
The Chicago Cubs organization celebrates you for exactly who you are, gay or straight.
To all kids who are struggling, know that you have a caring community by your side.
And there is light at the end of the tunnel.
We know it can get really tough. I've been there. So many of us have been there. And we can promise you, it does get better.
Stay strong and be true to yourself. It gets better.
Talk to someone who understands. For help, go to itgetsbetter.org or call the Trevor Project at 1-866-4U-TREVOR. It gets better.